Today we're going to talk about critical observations from the 2024 MINICAMP and the major changes we need to make to avoid repeating the mistakes of past years. So, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because I'm sure our journey this year is going to be epic. Watch until the end to stay fully updated on the Washington Commanders. First, let's set the scene. The Washington Commanders just wrapped up their off-season training program with the last day of mandatory minicamp. Unlike previous seasons, there's a new energy and a desire to impress. The players know that every practice counts, and they're doing everything they can to secure a good spot on the depth chart for Week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dan Quinn, our new head coach, is leading this energy shift. He hasn't left anything to chance and made his expectations clear from the start. The players are responding well, and there's a noticeable change within the organization that was missing in recent seasons under Ron Rivera. Dan Quinn is pleased with the progress and praised his players' work ethic during the scheme installation phase. He said, "Many people would say this is the end of the off-season program in many ways. I see this just as our beginning and what we can be and what we have. The right foundations have been laid." If this trend continues during training camp and preseason games, the Washington Commanders will be well positioned to make significant improvements in 2024. This brings us to a name that's fueling optimism: Jayden Daniels. Before we continue, if you've watched this far, hit the like button, and I'd like to thank you very much. Now show that you really love our team by writing in the comments. Go Redskins or go Washington Commanders. Back to the news. Jayden Daniels, the second overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, is handling all the challenges so far. The pressure on his shoulders is immense, but he's exceeding expectations. With OTAs and the mandatory minicamp completed, the officials couldn't be happier with his transition. Jayden Daniels hasn't been officially named the starter yet, but everything is heading in the right direction. Team writer Zach Selby highlighted that it's hard to ignore the growing momentum around Jayden Daniels, the Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU. All evaluations at this time of year should be taken with caution, but it's hard not to be excited about how Jayden Daniels will help the Washington Commanders. Quinn said Daniels has a rare mix of confidence and humility, and that his ability to communicate the game to his teammates is impressive. For Dan Quinn, the training camp in August will be a lot of fun. Jayden Daniels is striving for greatness, and he knows nothing is guaranteed. This mentality has allowed him to fit in seamlessly and earn the respect of the veterans. The dual threat weapon won't take a step back just because the Commanders won't reunite until the next training camp. Daniels has a bigger target on his back than most, but he's ready for the challenge. Fans, the next season promises a lot. We couldn't help but be impressed with how Daniels has conducted himself and performed in the early practices. It's still early, but the Commanders might have something special after years of failed acquisitions at the most critical position in football. Is Jayden Daniels the player who will finally lead the Commanders back to the top? Leave your opinions in the comments.